Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe. Hope you all had a great holidays, and we are going to be back playing some more off-meta brews. Seem to be quite popular leading up to the holidays, so we're going to continue from here. Before we get started, I do want to post a question. If there's any interest in historic content, I've been playing quite a bit of it offline. Mainly like my blue-white control deck, but I have some brews. I have a Boros Knights list that I was ranking up a bit with. There's some decks I can play if there's the interest there. So do let me know in the YouTube comments once it goes up. Additionally, I think I still have some codes thanks to Wizards as part of the featured content creator. Similar to what I've been doing with the last few videos on YouTube, I'll embed them into the body of the video post. They are first come first serve. They're single time use, unfortunately. And they only work one per account. So usually I'll post the videos in the morning Eastern time. So it's usually the best time to catch it. So do put a comment if you do redeem it. It just helps people know. So that's pretty much it for the housekeeping. What we have here is a Sultai deck. So blue, black, green. It is a Feasting Troll King deck. So this was a card that saw quite a bit of play when Throne of Eldraine first came out, when people were still discovering the food mechanic. And then Oko basically made it a useless card because it became a 3/3 elk. So it's something I wanted to kind of play around with. I ran into someone in a game that was kind of playing a self-mill deck with Emry, and it was something interesting that I wanted to try out. So with the Troll King, basically you can sacrifice 3 foods to return it from the graveyard to your battlefield at sorcery speed. It's a 7/6 Vigilance Trampler. So it's a pretty big body, and what we're trying to do is self-mill and then have a bunch of food producers to get it back from the graveyard. So we have self-mill in the form of Merfolk's Secret Keeper, Emry, which mills 4 cards as well, and then we have Tomebound Lich, which will also put some cards in the graveyard, and Tamiyo. So this is kind of that package there. We do have Gilded Goose and the Cauldron Cat Oven to generate foods that way. Trail of Crumbs is a way for us to get card advantage, and you have Wicked Wolf as kind of a removal spell. We do have 1 Blood for Bones to trade one of our smaller creatures into something bigger. With Gilded Goose, you're able to create a food on turn 1, which allows you to ramp to turn 2 Emry. And then Emry will also let you cast the Great Henge out of our graveyard, which makes all our creatures basically cycle afterwards. So there's quite a bit of synergy in that case. And then Order of Midnight's just to get back any key cards we need from our graveyard. Mana base wise, some duels, really focused on having green mana and black mana. Blue's kind of a splash, and then we have just 1 Fabled Passage. Did I not put Castle? I didn't put Castle. So let me just add in a Castle. Could probably shave down a Temple of Mystery. Black Castle's like my favorite card in Standard. Okay, I'll make that tweak. Sideboard wise, 2 negates versus the counter matchups. Kraul Harpooner works well against the Flyers deck. Really anything in the skies. The Cavaliers. 2 Thought Erasures versus kind of control-y matchups or mid-range mirrors. Assassin's Trophy, catch-all removal, good against fires. Ceratop's good against flash decks. Deathless Knight's good against the grindy matchups. Every time the cat oven triggers, or we sack a food or anything like that, we get to return it from the graveyard to our hand. And then if we self-mill, it's just kind of free value that way. And then 3 Casualties of War when we need to blow up everything. So I haven't really tested this deck yet, so I'm going to just do 1 or 2 unranked matches first. Traditional Standard play. I'm close to Diamond. I'm 2 match wins away, so want to test the deck before playing it in ranked. Just don't want to do rank. If we can get to Mythic before the end of the month, it'd be pretty good. So we're catching up. Let me know. I'm going to be doing a budget deck after this stream. So we'll have a Dimir discard kind of deck. I'm going to try to build some budget decks. If there's anything you'd like to see before Theros Beyond comes back, let me know either on YouTube or any of my socials. And Great Merchant of Asphodel is reprinted, and I am super excited for that card. So as I mentioned, we're going to go with the play of Emry on turn 2. And then we can also Merfolk Seeker Keeper to mill ourselves some more as well. It's probably a free block. So we're going to see Love Struck next turn. Oh, they got double Love Struck. Probably just go prioritize the forests. Oof, nothing but lands. So I'm going to be taking some damage. Yeah, it's probably fine. So we'll mill ourselves here. Not getting cat or... So what you want to try to do is like find cat to go with that. So this is Golgar, or this is Rakdos. Okay, so we got Troll King there. Trail of Crumbs isn't bad. It gives us some card draw. Because realistically, I could play this and sack a food next turn. Gain us some life. O4 blocker is also pretty good. Breedlick, I kind of brewed this one up. If there's a list that I could reference, that'd be great. I kind of played against someone that was doing this self-mill approach, so it's what I was mirroring it off of. Questing Beast is going to be a problem. We don't have any artifacts. Probably too far behind in this one. Questing Beast is going to be a problem, especially if they have Embercleave. So they can cleave here. Yep. Basically dead there. They put 10 on us, or they can just attack through. In this matchup, Deathless Knight, Assassin's Trophy, Ceratops. Trail of Crumbs is a little slow. Order Midnight can't block. Tomebound Lich is pretty good because it has the Death Touch, so it trades with a lot of their stuff. Tamiyo's probably too slow, so we can just cut that. Do I want casualties? And do I want Harpooner? Harpooner doesn't do much. Let's try it like this. It'll be interesting to see the times where we draw Troll King versus Bennett. Play first. So with Tomebound, we can discard one of these. So that's a way we can kind of play around that. They're gonna hit us. So I'm going to do this now. Let's us cycle. And if we could start making food, then we can get this going. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So let's scry first. Do I want another land? Probably not. Let's just bin this. Pass turn. So we have 2 Troll Kings in the yard. Okay, opponent just concedes, missed their mana. We'll run this back. This was kind of like a Mogwai was playing a like a Sultai Cauldron deck that had a couple 1-ofs that you self-mill and then you use like Neoform for, which was pretty cool. This one's trying to abuse more like a synergy based around the food mechanic that's not Oko. We cannot keep this hand. We'll keep this. Blood for Bones can probably go away because we're not really going anything with that. If we can get a discard outlet, we get 2 foods created off this. Ooh, Emry. So let's Emry. Alright, and we got Cat in the bin. We also have 2 ovens. Do I want to get the oven out? Yeah, I could probably get it out. We don't have a way to put Troll King in yet, so this can buy us some time with just blocking. So we fizzle their ability here, so they actually lose the Bone Crusher as well. They do a couple. Okay, we'll just wait for now. If they attack with this, then we'll bring back the cat. That seems like a fair trade. So I'm doing this because it shuts off Lovestruck Beast from attacking, so it buys us some turns. Missing the, like, this mana this game is a little awkward, not having that much green, because we can't make a food token this turn either. Okay. Let's do this. Cast Emry, let's mill some more. Okay, so we got the Great Henge in there that we can get back. Opponent's not putting too much pressure on us. Well, we spoke a little too soon. There may have been reason to them to just adapt it. Okay, so we can get an oven back. Play this tapped. End the turn. So this at least will buy us some time. We use one of these foods to get back the cat. Okay, so they do have Brontodon. Make another food. Then just sack like this. So we're actually 2 green mana off. Get another goose. Let's just draw a card here. We have a ways to gain life, so it's not the end of the world. So I could Emry to get back another oven, but we're just going to hold back the blockers this turn. Problem is we haven't gotten anything big enough out to reduce the Great Henge's cost. Just kind of losing to mana this turn. Drawing 3 to 4 Watery Graves is a little awkward. I go Bone Crusher and Love Struck. So we do have to chump here. So block here, take 6. Just do it like that. It's likely our best chance. The problem is this kills something, but then, yeah, we're dead. Boop. We got the engine going, we just didn't have a way to actually cast the Troll King the first time. Because then when you sack Troll King, you get more food, and it's just kind of a loop. Like mana base wise, literally we have 7 non-green sources, and we drew like 5 of them. Do I want any more card draw? I may actually, instead of the Secret Keeper, what's its name? Glowspore Shaman. Because this can block against Questing Beast and trade up. Let's try that. We're more likely to have let's play another one. We're more likely to have black or green mana on one, just because of Goose. The dog decides to wait right behind my chair and then gets pissed off when I slide my chair back. It's okay. There is like the 3 beans card. Sounds very slow. And like we don't really do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand is cool. Return a card. Fabled Passage. This is just gonna be a cat oven game. Yep. We'll fill our graveyard. So our hand looks almost like we're John Dovin. This is some sort of budget Esper. So I'll play this out first. Should actually do well against a deck just with sweepers because we get a bunch of creatures back. Post board, like Deathless Knight comes in. Ceratops perhaps. Opponent's on Esper Hero. Sure. Would like to see some lands. Because if we get a land, we can play out both next turn and then just get into Tamiyo. The Oven, it's kind of played out, but it is a necessary evil in a deck that's trying to generate a lot of food for the Troll King. Perfect. So we are looking for a blue source for Tamiyo. And we got Troll King. Perfect. So I'm going to put the breeding pool on top. Tamiyo fills our grave, and now we're really just looking for something to generate a lot of food. I think we might have to put the beans in, like the lucky beans. The 3 mana, create 3 food tokens. Interesting, the opponent didn't fetch there. Not sure what the opponent's on, but we just drain them here. Next turn we Tamiyo. I'll probably leave the Familiar this turn. Just in case I draw like Trail across. Oh, actually, I know what I'm drawing, so it doesn't matter. So we can just bring it back in. So Trail of Crumbs, perhaps. Probably just Gilded Goose is what I'm going to name with Tamiyo. We just want a way to keep making more geese or food. That's fine. They Tyrant Scorn here. We get it back quite easily. Wicked Wolf's not bad, but oh, nice. So what I can actually do is with these 2 geese, yeah, Chuck Beardo, that makes sense. We just kind of exposed it for no reason. So next turn I can get the Troll King out. We play the 2 geese out, sack this. Okay, so they mortify. If they attack into Tamiyo, I'll probably just bring the cap back to soak up 2 points of damage. And then just sack it. Keeps Tamiyo alive longer. Probably just name like Emry now. Costs 1. Let's name Emry. Okay, so didn't hit her. Second Troll King. We're actually like not completely out of the park of just hard casting this. Yeah, let's keep it. We can always get a land back. And then if they try to kill this, when we sack it, we'll get back 2 food tokens. So if we had something like Trail of Crumbs out, we'd be able to draw multiple cards. So you cost 6 mana. So I can sack one of these geese if I want, and then play out the Troll King. Graveyard wise, I can get back Wicked Wolf, which might be actually pretty good, just to get rid of this hero. Cool. So in this matchup, Deathless Knight's very good. Probably want the Thought Erasures and the Ceratops. Coming out, Blood for Bones is pretty good. Grind value. Wicked Wolf can be hard for them to deal with. Great Henge is fine. Order Midnight. Probably just the Spore Shamans. Tomebound Lich. We're going to be playing more like grindy, so I do prefer like Order of Midnight here to get cards back. Wicked Wolf to fight. Ceratops because most of their damage. This comes back. Can probably cut down one Troll King here. Nah, this is what we came for. To be fair though, they might bring in like Exile. I think I want to be more proactive than just Thought Erasuring them. Like there's a case you could bring in Casualties, but they didn't show us any Planeswalkers, and they're looking like they're playing a little bit budgetier of a build. I'm just here to grind. We'll play the Great Henge if we can. Go from there. May want like Paradise Druid or just to kind of get ahead there. We could play Castle Locthwain as well. It's a way to get from 5 to 6 mana a little bit quicker. We'll have to see how many times they're going to be hard casting versus regular. I really like Goose Emry. I feel like getting that out on turn 2 helps you kind of generate quite a bit of value. I want to make a cool artifact deck, but there's just really not much with Emry. Like, what are we doing with this hand? Yeah, let's try it. We got the grindy elements. So Goose lets me follow it up because I'm Glowspore Shaman this turn. Probably want lands. Okay, we'll keep it. Do Goose, play the Familiar, and then follow it up. What do you name? Oven? Probably reading some of these cards. I'm wondering if this will see play in the like Mono Black Devotion with Grey Merchant. I'm gonna brew up a couple of variations. I ordered a bunch of the cards in paper. Okay, so I name Witch's Oven. Just bring us out as a threat. If we draw another land, I can Emry and Glowspore Shaman next turn. Cool. So I'm going to Glowspore first. Do I want the other land? Probably. Like, we have Troll King in the yard, but... Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I goofed. I forgot we were gonna Emry, so my sequencing was wrong. Yeah, if we did it the other way, we would have been able to get the Watery Grave on top. Might actually just want Golden Egg, because then we can keep casting it with Emry. Yeah, now we missed a land drop. Cool with the trade here. It's fine. The hand's pretty, like, replaceable. They'll probably take Wicked Wolf. Knowing that they'll bring this in for Oven, we'll probably take out the Ovens. Bring in, like, casualties. The Great Henge. Because that also will give us another source of food for the Troll King. I think I might like that more than like Glowspore. Okay, they go Time Wipe. So they do have the sweepers. So I'm doing this so I can get back Deathless Knight. So even though we kind of stumbled on lands, circling it through. They have Mortify. So attack Narset just to take it down. So if they want to pop it, it costs them. Grinding out incremental value. The rest is annoying because I'll take the Great Henge. It's fine. Because they have this Mortify, we're going to go Deathless Knight first. I don't want him to kill the Ceratops. I can Thought Erasure, take Ceratops now. So this would get reduced 4, so it would be 5 mana, but that's what we're drawing next turn. Deathless Knight comes down. Just take it out like this. I'm just going to play this because I want it out of my hand because we'll eventually start castling. And I want to be able to not take that much damage from it. Opponent's mana base isn't looking as budget conscious this time around. I realize. Better, better. Okay, so they go to Fairy. Still fine in my opinion. Like they can mortify, but don't really care too much with Deathless Knight dying. I do want to knock Teferi down enough that if we can get the Great Henge going. Yeah. As expected. It's part of the reason why I didn't throw the 4 damage at Teferi. It was probably going to die anyways. Okay, so Glow Spore. Want Tough dead, just because it lets him instant speed board wipes. Yeah. Need a food, something to generate food. And they drown in Loch. Bonin is grinding us this game. And they got the hero. Let's take some damage this turn. Just get this out of our hand. Spyglass MVP. Yeah, I think we want to go Golden Egg. Synergizes a lot better with Emry. Yeah. If we don't draw a land, just gonna concede. Okay, we got our land. We can start Troll Kinging. And the nice thing is even if they bounce 1. Ooh, that's good for us. Okay, so it's just mana base that's budget. Everything else in the deck is there. So seeing the Citadel and all that, we're gonna go wild. So when you cast from hand, you get 3 treasures. Which we can... Like, I can bring back the cats on end step. And then that gets us Deathless Knight back, which may be a better play. Because playing out the 2 Feasting Troll Kings like this just exposes us to a board wipe. It's kind of annoying. They take the Henge. And they got Kenrith. And that generates them a lot of mana. Or just a lot of life. think we just gotta try to go face. Because they can gain 15 life this turn. It's still wild we haven't seen a single blue source. The other game we saw all our blue sources. Okay, so we get Deathless. Pretty much dead. They just gain the life. Just seeing if they screw up a block or something. Yeah. Too far gone in that one. So I think I'm going to take the ovens out. Like, they could have Spyglass. Probably just want another wolf. And then maybe casualties, 2 trophies. Can't imagine they're playing too many basics. Just being 3 colors. Tamiyo's fine, get stuff back. So maybe cut down a wolf, go up another casualties. Run it like that. Probably do the tweaks after this one. Play the eggs instead. They'll feel a bit better. Because then if you do Emry on 2, Golden Egg on 3, you can sack the egg and then just cast it again with that same mana based off Emry. And that'll help us with the fact we haven't been drawing too many cards. And it's probably better than Trail of Crumbs in this deck because we're not really going to have a surplus of mana. Come on, opponent. This hand doesn't do much. This hand's better, but still not great. Casualties at the bottom. And it may be wrong, like taking out the oven, but we saw our opponent blind name oven last game. Just need to see some lands now. Might just go hard cast order midnight next turn. Just put some pressure on them. This will probably get him a swamp. The mana on this deck's been awful. 24 lands should see us at like some equal distribution. Jeez. Can't even cast Emry. If we don't draw a land this turn, I'm just going to concede and then tweak the deck. We aren't really playing ranked per se, so there goes Tamiyo. So take a forest, put it on top. We're still like decent in this game. Teferi bounce isn't really that advantageous for them. Do we have any artifacts? You know, we probably should have taken out the Emrys if we took out the ovens. No attacks. Opponent's looking through our graveyard. Line would be good because then we can fight one of these heroes. Like, this hero deck's not good. It only kind of snowballs if you leave the heroes unchecked, which our deck hasn't really presented a way to kill them that easily. Yeah, I'm just gonna... They take the Wicked Wolf. Their black-based removal deals with Ceratops. It's not like it's a blue-white flash deck. Let me tweak this deck. And this is why we play the games, just to see Golden Egg. And there's the food. So Trail of Crumbs and Tomebound Lich, or those probably go. Or do we want Tomebound instead of the Glow Spore? Because we have a bit of a glut at the 2. Plus I like Tomebounds, because the problem is if we have the kings in our hand, we want to dump them. And then the lifelinks is also relevant. The one other card I was considering was Giant Opportunity. So you can sacrifice 2 foods. If you do, you create a 7/7. Otherwise, create 3 food tokens. Let's play one of these instead of Tomebound Lich. Try that out. Wicked Wolves also felt pretty awkward in this deck. Maybe we just cut it altogether, disregard kind of its removal. Go up another Emry, another Giant's Opportunity. Kind of go all in on that approach. Let me give Arena a quick reset. Been going for about 50 minutes, so noticing a bit of a frame rate drop. So I'm just going to try this as a best of 1, see how it goes. And then I'm going to eat some dinner, and then I'll be back with... Where did you go? Joking. The budget Dimir discard deck. Keep. So this is actually pretty good. Because I can do this. I can... It's actually pretty good too. Because I can get this going. This gives me a second egg. So Emry only costs 1 here. We got a food in the oven. A food in the oven. We got a food in the graveyard. I can get Cauldron Familiar going. So I can cast this golden egg from the graveyard with Emry next turn to draw a card. This already feels better. So opponent's deck's probably that white-black discard deck. Might be a Doom Foretold list. Let's get offensive here. So we'll cast this, see what we draw. Another oven. And the nice thing too is these Gilded Goose could sack the Golden Egg. So this plays around. If they have Cryocarnarium, Burglar Rat. So it's the white-black discard deck. It's fine. Throw the egg in there. We get it back with Emry. I'm gonna leave the the cat in the graveyard this turn. Can't really attack into this, so I'd rather have the mana. It's actually good. So here, let's Emry cast this Golden Egg. See what we draw. Tomebound. Sack the Golden Egg. And this has already felt a lot better, the interaction with Emry in that. Ooh, Giant's Opportunity. That gets us a lot of food back. If they have another discard spell, we do lose Giant's Opportunity. Yeah, they have Lurker. We could have got a 7/7. The like cat oven just kind of grinds them while you do the rest of your stuff. Okay, second cat's not the best. Let's see what we draw here. Second Emry. Let's keep the new Emry. Cool. Got the Great Henge in there, so that gives us something to do next turn. So Henge right now. If it's for greater toughness. It's fine. We'll get back some cats. I'm keeping the real ones just in case they have Doom Foretold. We can sack these. Ah, sick. Blood for Bones. Get Emry back. Actually. So sack this. Let's get Emry to the battlefield. Tomebound Lich to hand. Who we got? Troll King. Okay, the deck's feeling a lot better. This is the configuration to go with. Let's run one more. Emry with the Golden Eggs feels so much more grind value. We're not really getting much utility out of her the other way. It was just 2 mana mill 4. Playing against Puert. Not as crazy about this hand, but we can still turn to Emry, so maybe we try it. Like, we have the engine going. Just need like a cat in the oven. In the grave. New plan. Gilded Goose. This is pretty much what the Simic Urza deck does in Modern. Gilded Goose into Oko or like Urza. You have Emry in there and you just play like Mox Opals and stuff. So this is some sort of mill. Or a Golgari mid-range deck. Okay, so I can get the oven going. I also can just play a... So I can play out the oven, but then we lose that. Next turn is 4 mana. Which I think we just want to prioritize keeping the food and then just casting 2 golden eggs next turn, so we're going to pass. Don't want to see like a Vivian this turn or Vraska. If we can get these eggs cycling. Rankle's probably okay. I'll see if they want to sacrifice here. Like, the discard's fine. I just put Troll King in the graveyard. And then we just sacrifice the goose. Another goose is nice. So I'm getting the utility out of the one in the graveyard first. So that's turn 3. Turn 3 Troll King. Even if they kill it, next turn I go Giant's Opportunity, Troll King again. Take out the Questing Beast. Yeah, this version feels a lot smoother. Just hit him for 1. Can't block anything they have with haste anyways. Probably just order Midnight and Gilded Goose next turn. Probably Golden Egg and then order. The flying's a little annoying. Probably just do a discard again. We've oddly missed a lot of land drops in this deck with 24 lands. No, they did nothing. Again, cast the one in our graveyard. So the question is, do we oven? I think we just golden egg. Don't particularly want to attack in this turn. They take 6 damage, but we lose the Troll King. This play is weaker if they like flip a Vivian. This will just deal death touch damage and kill it. Fine blocking here. Just do Knight, get Rankle's been a bit of a thorn in the side. No, why you tap like that? Watch out when you're playing castles in Arena, it has a habit of auto-tapping everything for you. This will let us get back another Troll King. Playing out the oven, that way we can block sack, get another food. Now we can go offense, defense with it. Okay, they do draw Henge. This part gets a bit scary when they start cycling. Probably the best card you can have as your last one. Ah, forgot to sack it. Shit. Whew. Yes, please. Let's get us a goose. Create a food token. And we got cat for next turn. So this turn we just block with the Goose, sack it to the oven. And we can try to Cauldron Familiar, grind him out of some value. The funny thing is... Oh no wait, this is fine. If you kill this, then they can't attack with Love Struck. They're still in it. We are getting close to... Well, actually, we can Troll King, get enough food to cast another Troll King. Like, a turn ago, the board was one creature each. You get the Great Henge going, and it just gets nutty. Okay, they just go Murderous Rider. So let's not forget to sack this time. Foulmire Knight? Not just another Edgewall. Oh, and we got Blood for Bones. Get back another Troll King. Okay, so let's lead on Familiar. Let's attack with both. They're kind of forced to block because then we can just do like sack shenanigans with the cat. Because this is 10 and then we have enough. Okay, you lose. Don't think the opponent thought that one through. Oh, that triggers with that. Oh, they didn't know we had the second oven. Yeah, got him. We had a couple different ways. Blood for Bones would have won it there. Just getting out multiple Troll Kings that turn. Alright, this version of the deck's much better. The first one's not good. This is the one I would recommend if you want to play this archetype. Just more on the food plan. The Giant's Opportunity gets you there. We were more consistently getting out Troll King this way. And it just synergized a lot nicer that throughout. These golden eggs with Emry is a lot more utility. Cool. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Going to grab some dinner. I will be back with this budget Dimir list if you're interested in some budget brews. It is a 10 rare mythic deck on Arena. It's looking to kind of leverage the discard package with Disinformation Campaign, Thought Erasure. You got your dudes that make you discard. Davriel doing his best, the Rack impersonation, and then Lochmere Serpent and Liliana to close out the game. So if you're interested in that, probably back in about an hour's time. Otherwise, you can catch this and any of my other videos on my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great FNM night or day, depending where you are in the world.